Rose Festival is in full swing, of course, and the crown jewel in the royal tiara is the Grand Floral Parade, which gets underway on Saturday.
In today's Behind the Wheel, Tony takes the controls of a 40-foot float to show us what it takes to keep them rolling through the Rose City.
Don't let the work in progress fool you. Come Saturday, these floats will be florally festooned and road ready.
It all happens, it all gets done, and it all looks fabulous and goes down the road.
Speaking of going down the road, I thought it might be fun to do just that. But first, a few points of practicality.
And how do I see? There's no windows.
You don't get to see. We get to talk you through this whole thing and give you direction step by step.
Okay, now, does my personal auto insurance cover me in a float? You know, I should check with my agent.
You should definitely check with your agent.
My agent. Let's go see how it is to man the float.
On the inside, a float is, well, Spartan and a little primitive. Each frame is built to suit the float it carries. Parts are recycled year to year, including the drivetrain. In fact, the engine in this float is 50 years old and came out of a what?
Out of a Pinto, about a 72 Pinto or so.
Why do I love that so much?
Normally during the parade, the spotter guides the driver by radio. But today, Brandon and I are casting caution to the wind and doing it the low-tech way. Very low.
So nice and slow. Yep, just like that. Keep it straight. More right. Hard right. And right there, straighten out. There you go.
I can't hear a word he's saying, by the way.
The Grand Floral Parade route is new this year, sticking to Portland's east side because of construction on the Burnside Bridge. And at just 2 miles, it will be half the distance as previous years.
I will never complain about a blind spot in my own car again.
Hard left. Hard left. Hard left. Hard left.
You sound like Charlie Brown's teachers. All I'm hearing is wah, 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 wah.
No, straight, 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 straight.
You got it?
Straight.
What? Straight.
Yeah.
The top speed for the average float is about 3 miles an hour, but with 40 feet of floaty fun at your fingertips and 0 visibility, that seems like plenty.
Stop.
Okay, never mind, we're good.
Oh my gosh. I have never been so glad to turn off an engine in my life. Ah, fresh air. How'd I do?
You did great. You did great. So, listening to the commands, made it around, got all around the track without hitting anything.
Yeah, I've been married 25 years. I know how to take orders. I mean, come on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You guys do a lot of hard work, and I think people need to appreciate what goes into not just building these, but operating them and keeping the whole thing going. So good job to you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. All right. Go Rose Festival.
I just love it. It's such a great insight to what happens, you know, when you're watching the parade. Okay, so who drives these floats, Tony? And are they the same people every year?
Yeah, it tends to be the same group that has been working on these for many years, you know, so they'll sort of take turns and sort of choose who's going to drive which one. But, you know, it's the folks who are building them are also the ones who are operating them.
I told you this earlier, but it made me nervous watching because I'm envisioning, you know, the marching bands in front of the float and people on top of the floats. And it's a fun thing, but boy, it's serious business to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, it's very disorienting. I was telling Kim earlier that, you know, when you're basically in the engine compartment and like the transaxle is like you could touch it. I mean, there's a lot of things you should not touch when you are in there. So you really want people who know what they're doing and are familiar with the whole setup there. And if they ever had a breakdown, it's happened in the past, the folks who are actually operating the floats are the ones who, you know, probably put the thing together in the first place. So you have the mechanic basically right there on hand.
Ready for another $1 million idea?
Yes.
What they do after the parade is they take all the big floats, demolition derby.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I can't see that.
3 miles an hour, you've got all this stuff.
That would be a
and you just-
moneymaker.
Oh,
But
yeah.
preserve that 70s Pinto engine at all
Yeah,
costs.
I think it's that next step that the Rose Festival needs to take.
I think it's hysterical.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. That was neat, Tony. Thank you.
You bet.
Good stuff.